Right, I'm going to do a quickie, before pest control shows up. I finished my fourth short story in Gail the Complete series, and I can see that Lizzo is not too happy with the progress I'm making, because we had a power fit go off yesterday. I think they were working on fixing some air conditioning problems or something, and one of my external hard drives quit mounting. It's one that has a lot of backup documents that I would use for research for Gail the Complete series. So I thought this is crazy. It was actually showing some problems about a month ago, but it seemed to have fixed itself. And so I thought that it was okay. And I did have an extra external hard drive that I was keeping in my safe, and fortunately it had most of the backup documents that I would need to write Gail the Complete series. So what I'm missing right now is the basically Skype transcripts and emails from September 8th, 2020 to August 27th, 2021. So fortunately, I did start making daily walk videos, which I give to my Patreon supporters, and there are a couple of stories on the list where I'm probably going to have to, unless I can get this thing fixed, this is it right here. Unless I can get that thing, I think it's corrupted in the external hard drive. Unless I can get it fixed so that I can get the files off of it, then I'm not going to I'm not going to be able to use. Fortunately, there are other places. I'm very prolific at writing. I've got my website. I've got my YouTube channel. I'm getting my story out. But there were two incidents that happened in my life where I was too embarrassed to make a YouTube video, or one time when me and Zach had like a fight, okay? Both of our defenses went up, and I felt like that story needed to be told. Because basically, Jesus said he wanted me to write Gail the Complete series so people would learn the lessons that we learned and what made us strong. Part of that is they need to know what mistakes we made as well. Yeah, so fortunately, the email, most of the email or the Skype transactions, she doesn't like this. She's polluting the hell. She's dropping bombs all over the country and blaming it on Canadian wildfires. It's not, these are bombs. These are Lizzo Jesuit bombs. Yeah, there was one time when my men bought me a house in Texas, and I was going to write a story about that. I never made a YouTube video about it. I was too embarrassed. Never made a web post about it. Well, I sort of made web posts, but but not very much. Not enough where I could write the story. See, in the story, I'm going to write why the mistakes happened, and the lessons we learned from that. The lesson I learned was I needed to be a better communicator with my men. That's one of my biggest problems. I just assume that they know what my intents are, and I don't communicate clearly, and then it causes problems, okay? And another lesson that could be learned, which I'm going to bring out in the story, is that we have a tendency to project ourselves onto others, and we forget, that people are different. Yeah. I'm really big into diversity, okay? I'm really big into diversity, equality, and, and everybody being true to their true inner self. And that'll be a big theme as I'm writing these stories, because that is what was a big theme in my life, okay? And, in order for me to capture that, I needed to go back and read some of the transcripts. Okay, so the other story was the one with me and Zach in a big fight. In this case, both Zach and I, our defenses were up. We were, Zach was projecting a lot of himself onto me. and kind of getting back into his old Antichrist mode. So my defenses got back and I'm like, oh no, he's turning Antichrist. So that story needs to be told. Yeah, fortunately, and then Jesus showed up and told us to calm down. He was right. To be honest with you, I think that the Lizzo Jesuits, one of their biggest problems is that their defenses are up, okay? Yeah. Satan has learned from past Antichrists that he's going to get defections if he doesn't get an Antichrist who's got big defensive mechanisms in place. All of them have in the past, every single one of them. When Zach was Antichrist, he was very defensive. When Laurie McBride was Antichrist, she was very defensive. Angelina Ballerina was the least defensive of the Antichrists. But that's because she actually enjoyed being evil. In the case of Lizzo, she's pretty defensive, but she also enjoys evil too. So, yeah. So I think he tried to pick an Antichrist whose defenses are so high that he thinks they'll never come down. With Zach, he had his perfect penis and he had Rule 13, and we were able to reach him that way, okay? With Laurie McBride, she was actually pretty physically attractive, and she was living off of that, but she didn't realize that people like Jesus, when she was evil, did not find her attractive. And that kind of made her wake up to the fact that true beauty is more than just physical appearance. And so then her defenses went down when she realized that. Now with Lizzo, because she's so obese, her defenses are super high, and Satan probably thinks they're going to stay that way. You know, it's really sad when this happens to people. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to get this out. I am making progress. I finished 4 stories. You can go to the website link underneath this video to see the progress I'm making. Right now, the 4 that I finished are long enough for a small book, so they might have, I'm submitting them to Brent, and then he submits them to a traditional publisher. And then I hear that, and they are also making a television series from Gail, the complete series. I can tell you for sure that 3 of the screenwriters are Melinda Snodgrass, who wrote The Measure of a Man for Star Trek The Next Generation, Orson Scott Card, and Jane Agnew. She's a new one, but she's in there too. I'm sure she'll be great. You can watch it at 00 on cable, and I think at my website, gabrielchana.blog. So I wanted to make a quick video to let you know I spent all day yesterday just trying to see what I had and whether I could still go forward. It looks like, in spite of not having a very important external hard drive, that I still have enough to go forward with Gail, the complete series. I'll be able to get the research information I need from other sources, like my website, my YouTube channel, my walk videos, and I'm only missing about a year of transcripts. So I should be okay. And I'm not doing it all on transcripts because Jesus doesn't want me to do that. So actually, the walk videos that I made about the fight between me and Zach are very, what's the word? They're very instructive or very illuminating. They're helping me to understand the dynamics, which I want to bring into the short story. Jesus doesn't want these to be transcripts. He told me he wants it to be like a painting, where I emphasize the lessons I learned through that life experience by highlighting. And so yeah, it might be a blessing in disguise that I don't have the transcript. It might even make the story better. Anyway, so let me go ahead and post this video. And then I'm going to see if I can get some work done. I have to do a little bit more research. The next story is going to be focused on the Paramount executives and how they managed to extort Brent Spiner into acquiring Laurie McBride, which was the Jesuit agent, as his girlfriend. It's quite a story, and yes, I find it interesting that I have an even 100. I feel like every single one is divinely inspired and they all need to be there. So anyways, let me just go ahead and end this video and do my walk video for today. Excuse me, not my walk video, my YouTube video, the brain control. I mean, she's polluting the hell out of this place, and I'm sure she's got brain control drugs in the bombs or something, because her brain, she's a brain control monster. Yeah.